I'm Victoria, and this is Say It Anyway, a podcast about love, mental health, and saying what's really on your heart, even whenever it's hard. Let's do this. So, I'm Victoria Perry. A little about me: I'm a psychology undergrad student. I'm in my 20s. Um, I like sports. I love to travel. I like adventurous stuff. Like, I don't know. I pretty much like to do anything. Um, I'd prefer to go to like an NBA game or a museum or something of the sort. Um, but why mental health and why love? I love them both. And I love the way that they go hand in hand with one another. Mental health because I just feel like it is totally overlooked. And I feel like we should focus more on it as a society, but we don't. Especially for us in our 20s. Like, we do not focus on it in this generation. We don't focus on self care. We don't focus on the importance of mental health. It's almost like nobody even speaks about it for real until somebody's gone due to it or until somebody's institutionalized due to it. Like, that's when it seemed like it's finally talked about, but barely even then. And so I just think it's important to bring it up and talk about it and know that you're not alone. Love, well, I am a woman, but no, I just simply love love. Like, it's not even about being in love for me, which I want to be in love. So, dear future husband, if you're watching this, just know I'm waiting patiently on you. I do hope to be in love with you one day. Like, I'm here. No, but I know most people are like, oh, they can't wait to be in love. It's not that I can't wait to be in love, because honey, I can. Um, it's not That's not really why I'm obsessed with love. I think it has more to do with the role love plays, um, the way people show love. I think it has a lot to do with the music that I listen to and the shows that I watch. If we're being completely honest. So, for instance, like my favorite movie, like literally all time favorite movie, is like The Notebook. I literally love The Notebook because it's just a beautiful story. If you've never watched it before, you might want to skip like 20 seconds of this because I'm about to spoil it. But it's just so beautiful how he literally reads a notebook full of their life, like their love life, to his wife, all because he wants her to remember. Like, or he doesn't even care if she remembers for real, but he knows that by the end of it, she'll remember, even if it's for 2 seconds, 2 minutes. He doesn't care. That's the little bit of time that he gets his wife back because she has like dementia, and so yeah. But even the kids wanted him to give up. They were like, Dad, come home. Like, she doesn't remember you. She doesn't even know you. She doesn't know us. And he's like, no, I can't leave my wife like that. You know what I mean? Like, this is the love of my life. I don't care how long she remembers. I don't care if she ever remembers. I just want to be here with her. You know what I mean? And so that is just so beautiful to me. And then I do listen to a lot of love music. um, yeah, it's just love is just a beautiful thing. I don't care how people try to downplay it. It is so beautiful. And so yeah. And a little background as to why I think I've become so obsessed with mental health. So, I didn't have like a troubled childhood. Like, I had both my parents. And I mean, having both of your parents doesn't have anything to do with having a troubled childhood. Even people with both of their parents can still have a troubled childhood from their parents. So, I guess I shouldn't have said that because. Um, but I feel like that's one of the things people go to when they think of like troubled childhood or people that so. So that's why I threw it out there. But I didn't have just like the worst childhood. I just feel like things were piled on top of one another at a young age too quickly. Like, when I say piled on top of each other, I don't mean like something happened and then like 2 years later something happened and then like you know, I mean like it literally was like staggered on top of each other. Like, I got to meet both of my great grandparents. May they rest in peace. Well, both of my great grandmothers. May they rest in peace. I loved them both. They were literally the glue of my families. Like, my mom's side and my dad's side, they were the glue. Like, they are what held us together. Um, And I loved them dearly. I mean, I only had not even a decade with either one of them. One I got like 6 years with, and one I got like 8 or 9. I think it was more like 8. Um, but I still got to meet them, and I love them. They were beautiful ladies. They were amazing. I remember them well, like really well. Um, and so one of them got sick and passed away, and I felt lied to, because my family was telling me, well, everybody, the paramedics, everybody was like, oh, she'll be home this day. And surely enough, she was home all right. You know what I mean? And so I just felt like that added on to her being gone. Because it was kind of like, why didn't nobody tell me the truth? Why didn't nobody tell me she's sick? Like, yeah, I'm a kid, but I understand. Those are the kind of things that I feel like you should have explained, you know? And then I think maybe some months to a year, I think it was like a year later, my mom got sick. And so it seemed like I had to step up a little bit more with my siblings, my two brothers. It seemed like I had to step up a little bit more. And as a kid, that's a lot. And I mean, like a lot. And then I think like a year later, or I don't even think it was a year, maybe a few months later, uh, my other great grandma passed away. And with that one, it was one of those like she absolutely knew. And now I understand how people sometimes say like people know when they're going to pass away or whatever the case may be, because she knew. Back then I didn't understand that because I was a kid. I thought they were all just talking, you know. We just got this phone call that was like, hey, bring my grandkids to come see me. We didn't get to go see her, and by that day she said she was gone. And so it was kind of just like I never got to say goodbye. You know what I mean? Especially since you were in my life. Like, it's not like I'm a baby and not gonna remember you. Like, I know you well. Um, and so it was just a lot that happened. With my mom being sick, me and my brothers had to split up for a little bit. Um, so that she could get the treatments that she needed, which I still have my mom. I'm grateful. I still have both of my parents. But we had to split up for just a little bit. It wasn't long. It was like maybe a school year. Um, and of course, my mom, sure enough, made it work because she wanted her kids back home with her. And so it was just so much that took a toll on me because at this point, like, I was too young for all of that. Like, I remember all of this well. Like, I wasn't at the age where it was like, hey, this is going to happen, but you're barely going to remember it. No, I was at the age where I'm remembering every bit of that. And so it kind of just took a toll on me. And it took quite the toll on me. Like, it took such a toll on me that I didn't even want to be here anymore because I'm like, I shouldn't have to go through this. I mean, nobody should have to go through it. But, you know, in that moment, it's kind of focused on you. Like, it's not even what everybody else would think. It's just more of like, this is hurting me and it's hurting me far too much. I used to self harm, I used to cut my arm. And it wasn't a cry for help at all. I know some people are like, oh, people that do that, they just want attention. It wasn't a cry for attention at all. It was just, I wanted to feel something. I was feeling nothing. I felt numb as a kid, and I wanted to be able to feel something. So I literally self harmed for a couple years. Um, and so I ended up just becoming obsessed with mental health, especially the past few years, because the more stuff kind of happens, it can throw me back into that state where it's kind of like, okay, you know, but I'm aware of it now, and so I know how to manage it. Um, and so I just feel like had it been talked about or had I been helped, and that doesn't even mean like going to see a therapist, which I feel like therapists are a good idea. I want to be one. But I mean just people support, like a strong community. Like, had I felt safe enough to tell people like this all is really just ruining me, then I probably would have been a little bit better, but I feel like overall it just made me obsessed with mental health and being aware of your feelings and everything that comes with it. Um, and so yeah, Again, love, like I said, is because of the shows that I watch. But about love, I feel like love, the way that you love and the way that you receive love is kind of based off of the way that you grow up. A little background story about that. I feel like the relationships I had been in, because I've been in a couple, and so the relationships that I have been in, it seems like I was kind of going for what I know. Because I feel like when it comes to love, or almost anything, you kind of attract what's familiar to you, but what's familiar to you might not always be healthy for you. Because I feel like the kind of love I was longing after was the kind of love I received from my dad, which wasn't the worst love in the world, but it wasn't what I wanted for myself when I became aware of it. And I feel like that is one important thing, is becoming aware. You have to be aware of your feelings. You have to be aware of the way things affect you. And love is just one of those things I feel like everybody should be aware of. I feel like they should be aware of why you love the way you do, and why you receive the love the way that you do, and why you attract the love that you do. Um, because most people go through this lifetime of feeling like, I don't know why this has happened to me. I don't know why these are the kind of people that I'm going after. But they don't realize it could be because of the attachment style you received growing up, like the parenting style you received growing up, which led to the attachment that you gained. Um, and so when I became aware of it, I was just like, oh, this is not what I want. Because I can say, this is a safe space. I kind of went what seemed like I kind of liked it people that weren't necessarily available, if that makes sense. Um, like they were there, but they weren't there. And eventually, when I came to terms with like, okay, the relationship I have with my dad might be why this is what I long, like what I go after and what I receive. And it can either affect you for the better or the worse. I feel like if you begin to notice it, then it can affect you for the better. And I'm not saying that this is always the case. Like yours could have started off good. I'm just speaking from my point of view. And so I feel like it affected me for the better, because it allowed me to realize it, internalize it, and be like, this is not what I want. Like, I want better for myself. Because when I have kids, if I have a daughter, I want to be able to show her what real love is like, and what she deserves, and what she should expect. Like, I don't want her to be like, okay, I'm gonna expect the bare minimum, or whatever the case may be. I want her to know, like, baby, you are above all. You deserve it all. And what you want, you should never lower your standards for. Like, you deserve just as much as the last, what you see on TV. I know it's just TV shows, but love is not just a feeling, it's a behavior too. And a lot of what we see on these shows is the behavior shown of love. Like, yeah, they might be far stretched, like a princess movie. I know that I'm no princess. But that doesn't mean that I can't be treated like a princess. And it doesn't mean completely. Like, I don't need anybody bowing at my feet or anything, but it's just like there's certain behaviors that can make me feel like a princess. And so I just feel like that's something to look forward to, and noticing where these traits or behaviors might come from, or these feelings might come from, will help you be able to internalize them, process them, and act on them. Again, whether it's for the better or the worse. Um, uh, and if you feel like you're alone, you're not. Starting this podcast is absolutely not about the views for me. It's not about the subscribers. It's not about the shares. It's not about any of that. For me, it's about empowering people. Like, I want to empower somebody. I want to help someone gain confidence. I want somebody to become more self aware. Like, if I can just help one person, that satisfies me. If I could help more than one, that will be more than enough for me. Like, that will make me so happy. But just one person would satisfy me so much. Like, I'm literally starting this podcast to help heal people, to help me people become more self-aware. Like, that is my goal. My goal is not to have 1,000 subscribers. Would that be lovely? Yes, but anybody would think that. But overall, it would be even more lovely if I had that many subscribers and was able to help any of them. And so that's the point for me. If you ever feel like you're alone, again, you're not. I believe that your feelings are valid. Even though y'all don't know me yet and I don't know y'all yet, your feelings are highly valid. Never let anybody make you feel like they're not, because they are. You are on top of this world. I want you to keep going. I want you to keep pushing. Like, we are all here for a reason, and we're meant to be. And we're in this together. We're doing it.